Come on. In here. Of course, they got the anti-vehicle unit. They've haywire missiles. Very good against Goliaths. And any type of vehicle.
Not enough minerals.
Oh.
Base is under attack.
Didn't even think of this. Come on. Maybe the bunker idea was good, it just wasn't optimized, you know, done the best. No, no.
Upgrade complete.
I thought I'd already done that. I must have save scummed to before I had.
Not enough minerals.
That's fine. This better be good.
Mineral field completed.
Come on. Uh, do it.
Not enough minerals.
I don't know what that upgrade does.
Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted.
Wasn't able to find any other of the Ravagers. Didn't get the achievement, so I assumed there wasn't any. Or will I not know till the very end? Okay, no, they agreed with my idea of the bunkers. I guess I just did it poorly. Hadn't them defended. It's just they ripped through them like they were paper. This is Brotherhood Squadron Echo, patching through to Sergeant Samuel Rourke. Do you copy? Rourke here. You sure took your time, didn't you? Sorry about traffic. Brought up the reinforcements as requested. You can leave things to us, Sergeant. Go, go, go. We're in position, awaiting further orders. Comlink has been established. Rourke, you're not gonna help? Tell me, Sergeant, are you proud of your performance today? Oh, old Barnsbury's safe, isn't it? Hardly. Many of the residential homes are still suffering from the Ravager infestation, and I can see parts of town are still on fire. Remind me again what you accomplished today, other than piss off the Forged Hand, that is. Oh, can you give me a break already? We both disapprove of the Forged Hand's actions on Taurus, don't we? Actions need to be taken to get this under wraps. Isn't it under control? Under wraps is cover up. There are other ways to accomplish this than blatant killing, Sergeant. And potentially endanger the entirety of not only Taurus, but the rest of the occupied worlds in this sector. Listen, I want to check on the situation. I went here to check on the situation, and acted in a way I believe to be appropriate given the current situation. You're putting this out of context. Yeah, you just tell that to General Howie. And she's requested we meet her at her HQ for a proper mission update. Let's go. Alright. Sure thing, Colonel. By the way, any updates on the townspeople of Old Barnsbury? Nothing new other than what I reported earlier. Forged Hand barely protected our people, so don't go and tell me what I did today was wrong. Well, it was. Look, it wouldn't hurt you to give out props out here and then. I don't want to discuss this any more than I have with you. You know why you're in the wrong. Trust me. You've let me know. But to get back on track, I've had some of my men escort them further out of town and send watch over the month of Barnsbury's safe to inhabit again. Good. With a number of our reinforcements help out, we may need to find those poor people a place to stay for a few days. Imagine to get rid of Zerg infestation will take more than a few days. Anyway, we better not let General Haley wait. Let's go. The reinforcements will handle the rest. Okay then. But yeah, personally I would think it would take more than a few days to stamp out, potential infested Terran disease. Two Ravagers remaining? Two! Where the hell were they? I'm gonna have to go with the save just before that. That'll give me some time. I need to scout around with a few Goliaths. Up here. Why are you going there?
Upgrade complete.
Where the hell are they? If there's two left.
Armed and ready. You want a piece of me, boy? This better be good. Who wants some? Can't wait. Affirmative. Will do. Sure thing. Outstanding.
Upgrade complete.
Sure.
Mineral field depleted.
Want a piece of me, boy? Outstanding. Can hold. This better be good.
I don't know where they are.
Upgrade complete.
Want a piece of me, boy? I'm on it.
Mineral field
Oh, actually, that I could have found the villagers early by using a ship as a scout, by using a building scout. Sorry, this is just bugging the hell out of me. We'll move back a little further to give myself more time. Really, you're there. Of all places.
upgrade complete.
Isn't there meant to be a secret on every level?
Unacceptable landing zone. Mineral field depleted.
There's still 2 Ravagers remaining? I know, so located civilians a little late. No. Back to launcher. I was gonna replay it there, but nah. We'll just move on to next mission. Can't bring myself to replay it. Not that it's a bad game or something, it's just I'm terrible at redoing content, so yeah. I'd like to sometime in the future. From order to action. Dust storms severely cripple your unit's vision. Be careful when caught out in the open during one. Ooh, yes. Predator deals damage to Trailblazer or pacifies friendly ground units with increased movement speed and healing. Deals damage in small area with each attack and heals for small portion damage dealt. Jesus. Without ever exceeding 100 supply? Strove of the structures. So I don't presume you're up for a small chat. Oh? What makes you say that? Well, it's quite obvious, isn't it? You're usually the one to talk, but you haven't said a word since we got into the transport. Clearly something is bugging you. Listen, if you got a problem with me, then just go ahead and say it. It's like Rourke forgot the last 20 minutes. I've nothing to say to you, Sergeant. You've never made me more disappointed in your performance than you have today. Colonel, you know how the Forged Hand are. You can't just sit still with them. They would want to move further and further into Torsk, expanding their bases. There's barely any Brotherhood property left. You would ask them to mind their own business, and the same thing would happen as what happened twice already. Them refusing to leave and continuing to bother us. If we want to prove to them that we ain't kidding around, we need to stop sitting on our asses doing fuck all. Sergeant, you're giving me a headache. Do you not understand why this is... Sergeant! I don't want to hear it, alright? You can defend yourself all you want, but save it for General Haley. Howie? Since I apparently can't bring any logic into your brain at all, I suppose we'll let the General handle this issue. Maybe then you'll actually begin to understand your wrongdoings. Or, with a little luck, she won't be as clueless as you, and actually propose a sensible way we can get rid of our Forged Hand friends. Don't count on it. You do know that she already knows everything about what's occurred at Old Barnsbury, right? And if you need a hint as to how she would react upon seeing you knowing what you did, well, let me say that you should be happy she's unarmed. I think you're overreacting a bit here, Colonel. I assure you, Sergeant, I'm dead serious. General Haley does not approve of your actions the slightest. That I can assure you. If that's the case, you're all the more clueless than I imagined. Are you going to sit here and question General's beliefs now? Or even listening to yourself? If someone's any idea how to get out of this mess without involving Forged Hand Command, it'll be us. It'll be her. Well, certainly. I have never doubted General Haley. Good. So save your excuses for the meeting and let her decide how to take care of this. But for your own sake, once we get there, watch your mouth. Just gonna bury yourself in front of HQ. And then. Oh, you can only take one. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Oh, 24 points? Jeez. Wow, yes. Increase vision range by 2 and decreases their training time by 5 seconds. Slightly under a third of a decrease. It'll be 33. Oh, well, I'm not sure if we can do 1/3 here, but basically a third. But yeah, it's 5 seconds off. It decreased to 33%, slightly less than a third, and increased their vision range by 2. Okay, that's good. They increased attack speed of 15%, also fantastic. But I like their vision range. It makes them better in bunkers, because they're in bunkers, they get a vision range increase. Still, some enemies can outrange them. This will make that harder. And I guess we can go with that. The Zugs start to swarm. I want no Zeus. I want my toy. Anyway, I'll stop half-ass singing. It just is a catchy-ass song. That must be Colonel Crowder, don't you reckon? It sure is. Perfect timing, too. Make sure General's aware of their arrival, will ya, Scout Fibs? You got it. We joined the Horde, yeah! I'm convict. Let's take a ride. Greetings, Colonel. Greetings, soldier. Alright, we're here. You got everything? Yeah, sure. Greetings, Colonel Crowder and Sergeant Rourke. Glad you could make it. A pleasure. As you may already be aware of, we're here to meet with the General. Oh yes, General let us know she's expecting you. We already sent a scout to inform her of your arrival. Professionally executed work, as I would expect from the Brotherhood. Good job. Please, allow me to bring you to her. Oh, we don't have to do that. We can find her the way ourselves. Oh, please, I insist, Colonel. Well, either way then. Busy day, huh? Quite a few people around here today, compared to the usual at least. Blame the Ravagers in the Forged Hand for that. Situated Torn Dune Mine seems to have escalated. The Brotherhood is making more of an effort to watch Forged Hand's every move. Especially due to what's transpired at Old Barnsbury. We're trying to make sure the Forged Hand don't strand funny. See, Rourke, all this traffic is your fault. Well, it's causing us to invest more into observing the Forged Hand's activities. We should have done that from the get-go, if you ask me. I didn't. I already told you I'm tired of hearing your excuses. Well, it wasn't an excuse. It was Colonel Terence Crowder and Sergeant Samuel Rourke to see General Elena Haley. Go ahead. And you see, the Ravagers will not cease their reinforcements. It's clear they've got a far bigger hive cluster than we initially believed down the mines. Splitting up to deal with both of them and the Forged Hand puts a strain on their forces. Recommend sending... Oh, who is it? Colonel Crowder and Sergeant Rourke have arrived, General. May we enter? May we enter? Ah, of course. Welcome, all of you. I'm glad you can make it with such short notice. Please, come closer. We have a lot to discuss. Corporal Clarkson, excuse us, please. Yes, of course, General. I'll be right out. Well, I suppose I'll leave you guys to it. Oh, excuse me, sirs. No worries, soldier. Security Advisor Maryland and First Officer Siggs. What ideal timing. We're just about to discuss the matters at hand. Well met, General. Here is the full report of the situation at Torndune Mines. Most consists of what we've already talked about, but with finer details. Excellent. I'll review these documents and give right back to you all. Great to see you, Siggs. Likewise. Didn't expect you to be part of this meeting too. Glad your potential's finally been recognized. Yeah? Well, the General requested I to join you since I, along with Security Advisor Maryland, most information regarding the situation at Torndune Mines. Way I hear it, you've made quite a name for yourself from the operation at Old Barnsbury. Well, I had to give Forge Hand a piece of my mind. Running around tourists, burning down towns ain't right. I do think it's strange that they're putting their noses in so many of our operations nowadays. They're reported on several worlds around the quadrant. Right, if you're all ready, let's proceed with the meeting. Without sugarcoating it, the Brotherhood is in potentially great danger at this time. To the north of the Red Ridge Valley, we have an ever-escalating situation at the Torndune Mines. And from what occurred at the town of Old Barnsbury in Redstrom earlier today, we've now made ourselves enemies with the Forged Hands. Due to our forces having spread thin across two fronts right now, and spending resources on continuously observing Forged Hand activities across Taurus, we're currently having difficulty managing everything. Now, regarding our Forged Hand intruders, this is the main reason I called you all in. It's their top priority to figure out what to do about them, and quickly. To prevent them from establishing contact with Forged Hand Command and getting outside help, external communication is still disabled. We cannot keep this up for long. Imagine it's just planet-wide jamming rather than... As you know, with communication disabled, we're not only putting ourselves at risk, but also our inhabited worlds across the quadrant. Considering that Taurus functions as the main base of operations for United Brotherhood forces, all reports from other planets will eventually end up at us. We are currently incapable of knowing the status of our interconnected supply lines, resource management, patrol reports, and others. We're effectively alone, so you can understand why this is important to us. Excuse me, if I may say a few words, General? I'd like to make an apology. I was responsible for delivering troops to Old Barnsbury, and because I dispatched Sergeant Rourke there, the Forged Hand are now considered an enemy of the Brotherhood. And it is because of his actions I hereby suggest a full reassignment of Samuel Rourke's role within our ranks. Pfft, you kidding? Samuel Rourke is an able-bodied soldier. He's always acted faithfully in accordance with to our ways with little complications. Told you should understand, Colonel. Despite your usually respectful loyalty and ability to uphold order, I'm highly disappointed in the decisions you made at Old Barnsbury, Sergeant Rourke. What did you say again, Sergeant? They're like two schoolboys having a slap fight. After Colonel Crowder made me aware of all your actions, Old Barnsbury. Found both your COA and discourteous behaviour unacceptable. It's apparent to me that you acted purely based on impersonal disapproval of Forge Hand's ideals and aspirations, and less on what is considered ideal for the Brotherhood. But General, with all due respect, I am acting in the best interest of the Brotherhood. If we wish to put a stop to the Forge Hand's activities on our worlds, we have to react. Brotherhood needs to step up and be active when it comes to interacting with them. If we don't prove to them that we consider their actions unacceptable, you have no authority to decide what actions should be taken against Forge Hand. Maybe be an officer of high ranking, but don't forget that you abide by the orders that HQ gives you. If you truly believe we're simply sitting here with no understanding of Forge Hand's impact on us, gladly inform you that you're wrong with this assumption. I'm getting tongue-tied here. So much to read. It's good and bad. We're working on it, but however, any problems pertaining to Forge Hands need to be handled with care. The wrong approach could result in an even bigger conflict. If I may, should be if I may butt in here, General, as an ex-Dominion military officer, shouldn't you have enough background knowledge about Forge Hand to formulate a solid strategy to effectively sort things out? What you have to understand is that ever since I left the Dominion, times have changed significantly. The Dominion Expeditionary Force arrived on the Quadrant with both new weapons and a new mission. They've set their mind on gathering all the materials needed to rebuild their lost civilization, and are not easily persuaded. So while my past experiences may prove useful, it's unfortunately not been able to get us closer to getting Forge Hand off our checklist. Have you know that we're doing all that we can. Of course, General. Due to what occurred at Old Barnsbury, however, we've been forced to completely reevaluate our strategy from the ground up. With communication down, the tourist expedition may be growing suspicious, and will seek to inform command of everything that went down between them and the Brotherhood once it is restored. Need to wipe them out and pin it on the Zerg. This is a dangerous situation for us. It cannot remain disabled for much longer due to lack of contact we are receiving from allied worlds. We also cannot guarantee the lack of communication between Forge Hand Command and the expedition Taurus will cause them to react and dispatch additional ships to check up on them. We are forced to act immediately. Then what do you suggest we do, General? While I may not condone this approach myself, HQ and I decided based on current circumstances that this is our best option. We will launch an attack to eliminate Forge Hand from surface Taurus. I'm sorry, did I hear that right? Huh, would you look at that? Do not misunderstand why I'm doing this, Sergeant Rourke. I am by no means on your side on this. On the contrary, your decisions have forced everyone at HQ to completely rethink our approach to match the potentially dangerous situation you brought us in, by wasting countless work hours. I can easily have you removed from all military service. The only reason I'm not done so just yet is due to your high ranking and experience. It will be difficult for us to find an adequate replacement for you within such short notice. Secondly, considering your natural hatred for Forge Hand, I think you may be a good candidate to undertake this mission. You'll kill with both forms of extreme prejudice. I'm glad you understand, General. But, General, Sergeant Rourke clearly defied orders, bring us all into risk. How can this go unpunished? While Rourke may have gone against orders, at this exact moment I do need him. Consider this a last chance to prove his worth. Prove his what? Personally, I don't see it as necessary, all things considered. Nevertheless, what I decided, if this operation goes smoothly, 4chan Command will not know what transpired here. You have to understand that's how things are evolving. We're running on a timer. I do realize that, General. Main issue is this all could have been avoided had we just... We cannot change the past, Colonel Crowder. We must act on what is most appropriate at this moment. I understand. I should not question your decisions. But if I may, allow me to join Sergeant Rourke on this mission. I'll ensure that everything goes as planned. Well, of course. I wasn't going to simply send him alone. I'm glad to hear you're volunteering to accompany Rourke for this operation. Of course, General. It'll be my pleasure. First Officer Siggs. Yes, General Haley? I know you and Rourke are quite close, so I'd like you to accompany him on this mission as well. Yes, of course. Excellent. We at HQ will ensure you have adequate support. While we can spare, will be limited with how spread our main forces currently are. Considering we've also have the advancing Ravagers at the Torndu mines to eliminate, the faster we deal with 4chans, the faster we'll be able to proceed with our original mission. Our forces at Torndu mines continue to report more Ravagers emerging at faster speeds. If we want all troops available to consolidate there as soon as possible. I want all. Sergeant Rourke, since you appear to have gotten experience with 4chan combat methods, what would you say to leading the main force in this operation? You're going to make him even have even more responsibilities. Is there given enough thought as? While he's certainly most qualified for this type of mission, zero hesitation or strong hatred, he's made that quite apparent. Most qualified? Maybe. Some will call that questionable. But I'm just curious if we really want to risk this. If you appoint me as leading commander, I'll ensure that Sergeant Rourke and everyone else falls in line and does what is required for the success of this operation. Every action taken since the incident earlier today has been made with risk being a major factor. From where I stand, these specific mission details will result in the least risky outcome. Besides, I believe this is a perfect test for Rourke. We should proceed with the mission in this manner. Well, of course, General, as it was ordered. Alright then. I do ask you to hurry. As we've already discussed, there's many things to do and not a lot of time to do them. I don't expect this to be a mission you will easily fail, Sergeant Rourke. I hope that my continued faith in you is not misplaced. Do not be disappointed, General. It's settled then. Conclude the briefing and deliver more detailed mission specifics on reconnaissance platform. Everyone except Rourke may leave. We'll be there shortly. Is there something you need from me, General? I hope you understand that your actions are not forgiven, Sergeant. I'm eminently displeased. We're following in your footsteps only because you leave us with no choice. I have faith that you'll eventually pull through with this. You've always been a soldier I admired. I know you possess the skills that are needed here. That's why I'm treating you differently. Had there been any other soldier, I'm not quite sure I'll be this understanding. Understood. I appreciate it, Haley. Of course, not just for your sake, but for everyone within the United Brotherhood forces. Hoped everything today goes exactly as planned. Let's head for the platform. No reason to let the others wait for us. After you. So, are you all ready? I believe so. We await further instructions, General. Good. Gather around me. Ever since the first encounter Sergeant Rourke had with the Forged Hand, we've been keeping tabs on them. Shouldn't you been keeping tabs on them before? We've been tracking every move they may make in an attempt to obtain information and gain an advantage over them. After reports came in that the Forged Hand had been engaged over at Old Barnsbury, we did notice significant changes in their movement patterns. Upon realizing communication was lost, all Forged Hand forces rallied at their main base, which is now rapidly expanding. You will strike them before their expansion becomes too great. The longer we wait, the more time we will be forced to spend on their elimination. HQ is already taking the liberty of establishing a base of operations for you at this location, and supplies are being transported there as we speak. Ideally, you, Sergeant Rourke, will oversee the construction of the base outside the Forged Hand's boundaries, then launch a strong attack before they're fully prepared. Ah, there goes that reconnaissance drone. They know we're watching. That matters little. I filled you in on all the details. If there's any details about the mission that remains unclear, now it's time to let yourselves be heard. Oh, the mission's crystal clear, General. I do have one question, if I may. Where do you want me during the operation? Remain here at the comms platform with me, Security Advisor Maryland. Together we'll keep watch of the operation as it unfolds. Of course. What is going to be the plan when Forged Hand Command sends a new expedition to Taurus? I'm going to wonder why they can't get in contact with the current one. If all goes as planned and Ravagers are cleared from Taurus, they realize there's no need for them here and their visit will be short-lived. We'll let them know the expedition was a casualty of the Ravagers. Easy peasy. They'll most definitely be back, but we still have some time on our hands to deal with these goddamn Ravagers. Right. Now that we were all settled, I've prepared a transport assigned to take you to the designated coordinates. Sergeant Rourke, Colonel Crowder, and Officer Siggs will be taken to LZ directly to oversee the construction process. I'll be sure to have additional forces dispatched to your location shortly. Well, dismissed. The success of this mission is of utmost importance. Roger that. Let's move, everybody. After you, sirs. Okay, coordinates assigned, preparing for takeoff. But yeah, when they're saying communications are down, I guess the planet-wide jamming. That or they're apparently using the same, Right. More. Right, I'll head back to the office for just a moment to prepare for the appropriate support for the mission. Stay here, Security Advisor Maryland. I'll be back shortly. Certainly, General Haley. I'll wait. But yeah, I'm guessing it's when they're saying communications are down. I guess like planet-wide jamming or something. Otherwise, I don't know, the only other scenario I could think is they plan to use the same satellites as... both factions use the same, communication network. No, that doesn't sound right in my head either. I feel like maybe I'm being misreading lines. Let's go, the base should be close. Here we are, boys. Time to get to work. General Haley, we've arrived at the LZ. Excellent. Now all mission preparations are close to completion. Listen up. I've dispatched additional forces to location. They're set to arrive within just a couple of minutes. How very nice of you, General. I'll ensure they're properly welcomed upon arrival. Of course. When they arrive, all of what happens from this point will be under your jurisdiction. I trust for you to make the most of it. I remember, Sergeant Rourke. Putting you in command of this operation was a difficult decision for me, especially considering the reputation you're building for yourself. If you fail this mission, we cannot protect your status within our military. You will have to be relieved of duty. Yeah, I get it. You better. If this goes wrong, we may be in danger of initiating a war with the Forged Hand. I don't believe I need to explain to you why this is strictly unadvised. Naturally, I understand. I assure you I'll make this right. I have full faith that taking care of Forged Hand in this manner is the right decision to make. Good. Proceed with the mission. Haley out. So, what's her status? Well, this base won't finish building itself. Orders to oversee everything, to make sure it's going as planned. General Haley has forces arriving any minute, Colonel. Was being so inclined to give them a welcome. Sigs are with me. The rest of you remain here. Any questions? Why did General make you mission commander again? Great. Let's get moving. Oh well. Orders are orders, I suppose. Kinda hurt my jaw here. Kinda wish I could pause it. Do you see them, Rigs? Sigs? Look at how much of our territory they've already stolen. It's only gonna get worse from here. With every passing hour, Forged Hand's grasp and Taurus grows stronger. Their transgressions will stop today. And given that their previously scattered forces are all converging here at their main fortifications, we're taking them all out in one fell swoop. I was concerned about that, Suman. Do you see anything noteworthy over there, Sigs? Nothing unexpected. They're sending small squadrons further out to expand their hold over the area, but workers and soldiers are branching out into different positions. Think the battalion leader from before is still somewhere within the base? Oh, he must be. What was his name? Eric Benchpress? I believe it was Benford, sir. Yeah, that too. We've scored settle with him once this is all over. You can't spot him anywhere in there? Not exactly. Damn carrot's hiding, I'm sure. Let him be for now. He'll eventually show himself. He'll show himself eventually. We'll show that fool what happens when Forged Hand pricks trespass on Brotherhood territory. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Step in the right direction, if you ask me. I don't recall doing so. With that being said, I do understand your motivation. I'm glad you're here with me, Sigs. You ready? I am. Let's get this operation started. Doing hit off the sides. Oh god. I'm gonna have to take a quick drink. I'm sorry if I missed saying a line. I've no issue with all these cutscenes, it's a lot of reading. Well met, Colonel Crowder. Boy, it's crowded in here. Well met. We've been waiting your arrival. I take it you belong to the reinforcements dispatched by the General. Indeed, General has handpicked us to accompany you and Sergeant Rourke on this particular operation. Truly, a big honor. And we've also a surprise for you. Psych! We're the other guys. Bring him out, Captain. Enemy infiltrators. Oh, this isn't something I see every day. We brought some of our more modified Predator weapons online. Takes a lot of work to make a functional AI for these bad boys. We're starting to fully release them onto the battlefield. I do hope you can make good use of them. They're outfitted with a variety of weapon systems and utility abilities, but highly valuable when paired with our medevacs. That sounded like private. Good to know General's taking care of us. Now, not to raise a complaint here, but I'm assuming these new weapons won't be cheap, no? While fine-tuned your AI and optimizing combat systems was a pricey investment, it shouldn't be too bad. During the final stages of our engineers' research, we found methods to keep production stable at a low material cost. Getting to this point in itself that was the challenge. They've also got a number of new things up their sleeves, which I think you'll like. The only issue is he used these during the first mission. Wow, that's impressive. So, I think we've got a deal for you and your men. For 4 payments of $9.99. Excellent. Thank you. I believe it's time to get moving. Our base of operations is just up ahead. Sergeant Rourke and Officer Siggs are waiting for us. Affirmative, Colonel. Lead the way. You know, we're in the desert. Maybe we'll run into Crazy Hassan and he'll give us some great discount camels. Would really help us out. Ah, my hand hurts.
Now what?
Restarts after every mission. Oh no, maybe I turned it back on.